Hey guys, this is Melody from Tune Bucket, and today we have a very good question from someone who is wanting to learn how to teach their praise team to blend. One of the biggest struggles I find on getting small groups like praise teams to blend is that when they're in practice, they may be holding back a little bit on their volume, and when they get into an actual concert or service, they're singing harder and louder because that adrenaline is pumping. And what ends up happening is mics start distorting, and if someone doesn't actually know how to blend themselves, you can drive your sound man pretty crazy. So today we're going to go over a few tips to help you blend your small groups, your praise teams, and even your choir. I would say the easiest way to get them to learn how to blend is to learn to back off of their own mic. If they know there's a note coming that they can hit really strong, just literally pulling the mic away can keep that singer from distorting the mic. Now, these tips are things that you're probably going to have to constantly drive into the mind of your singers, especially people who are used to hearing their own voice in a monitor mix. It will take a while for them to adjust to hearing a blend instead of their own voice. So just keep working with them, keep encouraging them to blend. And when they do blend and they do sound good, really hype it up and say, man, you guys sounded so good today. You were blending, you sounded like one voice. Because that's the idea, to get your entire group, whether it's 2 people or 8 people or 19 people, to sound like one voice and not hear one person above the other. The next suggestion I would have would be on your unison parts, or the parts where everyone's singing the same note, make sure they put a lot of air into their voice like this. So if you're singing a song like, "Oh, how I love Jesus," hear the air in my voice. If I don't have air in my voice, it's going to sound like this. "Oh, how I love Jesus." But if I do have air, "Oh, how I love Jesus." And that tonal quality right there blends very beautifully when you're singing unison parts. Another tip I would have for you would be to make sure they are pronouncing the words the same. If one person is singing light and another person is singing light, you hear the difference in the vowel. Light has a very muted, angelic kind of tone. The light has more of a sharp, really distinct sound. So if you put a light and a light together, you're going to hear the light above the light. Even if you have 9 people singing and one person is singing light, you're going to hear that. So make sure that you're all pronouncing your words the same. Now, if you want that shriller sound on light, have everybody sing it that way. If you want the muted sound, have everyone sing it that way. Especially on vowels, even a word like God, 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 where the chin goes down, or God, God, where the mouth goes out. God, 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 God. See? So if you either want God or God, make sure your team is just singing it the same way, and that's going to really help them to blend and just make them sound really sharp. All right, I hope those tips helped, and if you have any questions you would like us to address, please fill out our contact form on our website. Stay tuned. Just make sure everyone on your team is pronouncing words the same, even, what am I talking about? Another tip I would have for you would be to make sure they are speaking English. Try it again. I would say the easiest way to start to get them to back off their mic is, what did I just say? Is pronouncing your team is or your team are. Your team is, because it's one team, even though it's a lot of people. Someone who is wanting to know how to teach their praise praise John. Oh, I lost my train of thought.